Hi, this is Isaac Shenevy with Connectus Wellness, and I presented the 5 points to weight loss a couple months ago, but it was a longer version. So this is the short version. As fast as I can, the 5 points, because 5 things is the best way to remember stuff, or even better, maybe even 3s. So here we go. So one of the questions I get as a personal trainer for the last 15, 16, 17 years is, how do I lose weight? I got this belly I just can't seem to lose. Or, it just never seems to work. Everything I do, and I've done everything. Yep, everything. Every different diet, every different book that's ever been published, right? And some people just get it right by accident. So they found the right macro ratios, they found the right foods for them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they're still aiming in the dark. So what I've learned over the years is that if you treat yourself as a laboratory and know yourself between 6 months and 2 years, give it 2 years, then you will know exactly what you need to do to keep weight off, keep muscle mass on, and live your life in the most functional and high quality version of yourself. And that's the truth. Be an expert on yourself. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. First thing is the expectations. Rules of the road, your mindset, understanding your expectations of what you're going to be doing. Includes body image. All those things that we built up in our minds about how we should look based off of our actual genetics or based off of media. So learning to accept your genetics and whether or not you're lean or if you are putting on muscle mass easily. So all those things need to be accepted, coming to terms with. Rules and measurements, stop weighing yourself, don't use a scale, forget it, throw it out the window, maybe do it every once a month, once a 2 months, I don't know. But people often get too obsessed with it. So we want to get rid of the scale and look more about body composition. If you can get using an electrostatic measurement device to look at your percentage of fat to lean muscle mass, that's the key, okay? Or you just squeeze and feel where you're at, or look in the mirror and how do your pants fit. Those kinds of things are far better than, as I pull up my pants, far better than using weight, because that's all that does is tell you what your body's relationship is with gravity on planet Earth, and that's it. And that's not what you're actually wanting to do, unless you actually are trying to walk a little bit above the surface of the Earth, like levitate, right? That's all that weighing yourself does, is show you how much mass you are pushing onto the Earth. Okay, it's just physics. Okay, so what you're really looking for is body composition and how you feel internally, et cetera, et cetera. So that's, again, the mindset, expectations, learning how to adjust those things into a frame of mind, to a vision of where you've been, where you want to be, what your current state is, health issues you have, health issues you had in the past, and then based on the goals of where you want to be in the future, using the SMART goals, of course, specific, measurable, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, good. So second thing, assessments. You need to get blood tests to see where you're at, check hormones, and check to see where your adrenals are at, your thyroid, estrogen, testosterone. You can even get a nutrient metabolizing test to see how much of your nutrients are actually getting absorbed, to see what the health status is of your gut lining. Okay, that's also a really good idea too. So if you're not assessing, then you're only guessing, all right? So let's not guess anymore. Let's get into the laboratory, use the science that we have, although it may not be the most accurate test in the world. It could give you a ballpark. So whatever test it is, some tests are very accurate. So go with what's available and use it. You can also check inflammation scores, your gut microbiome composition. You know, a lot of new stuff coming out about the importance of the gut. All right, that's assessments. Number 2 and number 3, we want to build a team. So I put here a medical doctor, a naturopathic doctor, a psychologist or a psychiatrist, a registered dietitian, a wellness coach, and a personal trainer or exercise coach. This would be like your basic baseline team that you use to whatever degree you can, or whatever, you know, feels the best for you. Once a month, a couple times a week, once a month, psychologist maybe once every 2 weeks, you know, wherever you're at, you can kind of dial it in. But that way you get the motivation, and you get people helping you dial in on what your issues are that need to be worked on, and prioritize. Okay, that's also key, is prioritizing, mindset, prioritizing. And also that includes friends, family, letting them know what you're doing, and getting their support, their understanding, etc. Is also very helpful. So that whole picture of a team and your community. Okay, last thing. Come on, moving on. Come on, here we go. Moving on. Then we get to the lifestyle changes and behavior change stuff, and the interventions, which is mostly what people focus on when they're trying to lose weight or make any kind of lifestyle changes. They try different diets, they start to go to the gym every day, a little too much too fast, then they burn out because the body's all inflamed. And so this is where things tend to break down, fall apart. Too much too fast, not having the right assessments, not having a team of people help guide you through this stuff. It's taking small incremental steps. You know, this is where all of your fad diets fall in. All that stuff. But this is where we want to look at things like hydration and your sleeping patterns, and keeping track of your goals and your neurotransmitter interventions. I'm not against using head meds for a period of time if it helps someone to decrease cravings, et cetera, or balance out for a period of time their neurotransmitters while you build up the real deal over the long haul. Okay, so these are where your interventions come in, number 4. And then number 5, the last thing, is to reassess, review, and revise. Revise your plan. If it's not working, then you need to go back to a different assessment. Look underneath another rock. Try a different technique. The body wants to heal. So as you're doing all this, as I put in here, and gain multiple health advantages, you're going for weight loss, but a lot of this is going through a series of healing yourself so that your body can then naturally start to get into balance and bring the weight into the weight, or let's say the fat muscle mass ratio, into a healthy functional range. Okay, so don't forget, all these things can be revised. You can go back again and look and see, like, wow, that didn't work. Okay, but maybe something else is working. So then you go, but that's working. It's like on Sesame Street. What do they say? What if, I wonder, let's try. That's what they say on Sesame Street. Okay, it's not a bad protocol. So let's try. And if there's success or there's failure, it's recorded, and you go from there. So there you go. There you have it. There's the 5 things, the 5 points to weight loss and gaining multiple other health advantages, such as healing. Thank you very much. This is Isaac once again, and that was the short version of the 5 points.